Well, first of all, thank you so much for doing this. It's such a huge gift. I'm certain that I and many other people here would never ever have the chance to meet you live, and now we have. So it's really fantastic. My question was double. When we were doing the yoga here, I'm actually finishing myself an MBSR teacher training right now. It has helped me enormously in getting rid of horrible migraines, amongst many other things. So I'm very, very grateful for the program itself. But I still have quite some inflammation in my entire body, basically. So if we do a movement like this, I can only hold my arms up for a couple of seconds, and then I really have to put them down. Lying yoga is quite impossible for the moment. So my question would be, what do you advise patients like that to do, as there is indeed a lot of yoga during MBSR?
Okay, first of all, I would suggest you throw out the word patient and not attribute that to yourself anymore, but you're just a person, not a patient. And then I'll just tell you that this is workable and or playable, that you can play with. Okay, so you can only hold your arms up for so long. Then you feel how it is before you drop them. Automatically take one more half breath and just feel the fatigue, feel the discomfort, feel what you most want to get away from, and then listen to it and lower your arms. Okay. And then feel what the result of that is in real time, in the present moment. And then play with maybe raising them up a little bit once again and see if that's okay, or taking 5 minutes and then playing with it again. But if you're determined to reclaim your body, I can't tell you how many thousands of people I've seen with that diagnosis who have found ways to actually reclaim the full mobility of the body and to learn to live with the sensory domain that does not respond to these kinds of practices, but to a very large extent, again, people will often say, I've learned to live with my pain, okay? But the important thing is the living. And then over days, weeks, months, years, decades, I tell you, I mean, hear an awful lot of anecdotal stories, and we've done follow-up studies that this actually changes for people with chronic pain conditions, their whole relationship with their pain, so that it no longer erodes the quality of their life. So it's workable. The bottom line is it's workable if you're willing to do a certain kind of work that really is more play than work. And it involves a certain kind of curious investigating of what you most don't want to pay any attention to at all. You just want it to go away.
Yes, so you would advise to continue to do it, even though I can
at your
only do
pace,
10%?
at your pace, listening to your body, okay? And not do everything, but to do the things where you feel like you can at least move in a little bit. And over time, your body will teach you what you need.
Yes.
So I would love to just go on for the next 10 hours. I know some of you, it's like the middle of the night, you know, so, but to just say, as we draw this hour to a close, we will still have another session tomorrow, same time, same station, and Friday as well. And then Soren and I are going to reassess about what we're going to do next week, but I'm hoping that we'll just keep going. I don't see any reason not to keep going. We may change formats slightly or whatever, but so for now, why don't we take the remaining moments? Oh, one other thing. When maybe I'll just wave my hands or something like that. Soren is going to unmute all of you, and you're going to say whatever it is that you want to say, goodbye, whatever. He did that the last time, and it was so moving. So please stay on and just share the humanity that there were over 900 of us still on after an hour, to just realize we are the cells of one body. And there are 115 countries represented, or were the other day. And there's something about that that's a lesson for us to learn. And we're in you know, sort of our infancy in terms of learning the lessons of interconnectedness, of ethics, of wisdom and compassion, and of dealing with our own interior motivations that are driven by greed, hatred, and delusion, you know, and we're seeing it played out in spades these days. So very briefly, reestablishing yourself, if you care to, in a posture that embodies wakefulness and dignity, and letting this moment be what it is, this moment of now. Letting go of everything that's come before, everything that's yet to come. Not turning away from all of the horror and the fear that's here in this present moment, and that has everything to do with the future and the epidemiology curves of how this virus is expressing in your country and my country and every country. The lessons learned and not learned. And just finding a refuge here in your own heart. I've been emphasizing that. We're all in some sense refugees, but refugees benefit enormously from learning that there's some kind of refuge right inside our own being when we shift from the doing, thinking, emoting mode to not shutting any of that off, but dropping into being. So that's how it is today, right now, right here, wherever you are. This breath coming in, this breath leaving the body, resting in awareness, alone and together. So Soren, you can open it up, and folks, leaving the body.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
O meu coração está cheio de amor.